I mean, it does. Because I'm from there. STL Rocks and a baby monkey. So where are we going?
National History Museum.
We're going to the St. Louis Jefferson Memorial Missouri History Museum, which is actually from the original 1904 World's Fair. This was built for that. Freaking fun. If you ever get a chance to come to St. Louis for real, yeah, I'm from here, so I'm biased, but the Forest Park area has a free zoo, free history museum, free art museum, and they're some of the best I've ever been to. And yeah, I'm biased, but still, it's the truth. So let's go and have fun. So welcome to our St. Louis vacation. This is where I lived for the first 35 years of my life before I met Mrs. Monkey, and she talked me into relocating to South Florida with all of her feminine wiles. But this is the St. Louis History Museum. It's awesome. It's an amazing place. And it's full of really great stories about this old city. So St. Louis was founded in like 1760s. So it's an old city. It was actually founded at the same time, older than that. It was founded at the same time as New Orleans. There were twin cities. So this Ferris wheel is from the 1904 World's Fair. It's a model of it. But the axle was so big, they couldn't move it when they tore it down when it was done. So they buried the axle somewhere in Forest Park, and no one really knows where. They've been doing LiDAR and stuff to try and find it, but that axle, which is probably as big around as this room is tall, is buried somewhere in Forest Park. Bill Dance would not be impressed. You put the fish in the water. It's not, what are you doing?
Something.
Use the fishing rod to catch the fish.
I'm putting the fish back in the water, duh.
Okay, but all right.
I mean,
I'll catch a fish.
Corn?
No, you can't. What is...
Trying to
Catch a fish. Woo! She caught one. There's your dinner. That's your dinner.
Oh, you love.
No? I was wrong to get excited when it said there was pieces of staff from the buildings. I thought there'd be like arms and legs, but from the original 1904 palaces. It's cool. What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah? What do you think? Wow, that was a lot of enthusiasm. Piece of St. Louis history right here. So, Limp was a competitor to Anheuser-Busch. It's one of his original brewing kegs. The original Ruger LCP. There's a funny story about this. When I was a kid, the Six Flags over in America in St. Louis had these cars you could drive if you were a kid on tracks, like the speedways at Disney World. And they were called the Moon Cars. And it wasn't until I was a teenager that I found out the reason why they're called the Moon Cars is because Moon Motor Car was an actual car company based in St. Louis. Did not know that until years later, but that's why at Six Flags we had the Moon Cars when I was a kid. Very cool. And a quick quote I want to show you that I think I love about this city is that people are very proud of their town, regardless of its past of issues and a little bit of violence and this, that, and the other. St. Louisans love St. Louis, and they don't leave. It's very rare that someone moves away if they're born here. And I love this quote. I'm going to show you it by T.S. Eliot. It says it all. So, I feel there is something in having passed one's childhood beside the big river, which is incommunicable to those who have not. Of course, I've spent many years out of America altogether, but Missouri and the Mississippi have made a deeper impression on me than any other part of the world. T.S. Eliot, 1930. Dude, that speaks to me. I've been all over the planet, and this is still my city, Been gone for 15 years. Don't know that I'd come back to live, but we've talked about getting a summer home here or something, because this is a great town to be in the summertime, Cardinals baseball and stuff. But a little bit of fun history. Old Man Monkey used to dance Imperial at the Club Imperial, and Ike and Tina used to play there and stuff, so it's fun, yeah. So you may not know. Old man could dance. Like on a weekend, if he needed some spare cash, no bullshit, he would just go win a dance contest. Find one in the paper, and he knew he'd win it. He'd go put $100 in his pocket, and there's his drinking money for the weekend. So, did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Old Man Monkey can dance. Or could. Issues these days. Okay, so a little more info. So this Medal of Honor is it's either Canel or Cannell, just a small world crazy thing. Gave his life in 1952 by jumping onto a grenade to save his colleagues, his brothers. He was from Poplar Bluff, Missouri, where my mother's family's from, which is not a big town, about 3 hours south of St. Louis. We always joke that Poplar Bluff is like the Kevin Bacon of towns. You can trace everything there. It's just wild to read that story, and I see he's from Poplar Bluff. And I think there's a street in Poplar Bluff named after him. I didn't know that. But yeah, tiny town, and there he is, Medal of Honor winner from that town. And I forgot, they do weddings at the History Museum, and they're amazing. Look at that. How cool is that? On the steps of the History Museum. They actually had the ceremony inside. Awesome. So you want to renew vows here?
Yeah.
You do? I thought we just said, let's be honest.
Disney.
Disney probably, right? Wedding pavilion thing?
One each. One every year.
What? Whoa.
Are you saying I'm not worth it?
What do you think?
Yeah, if I'm invited.
Why would you not be invited?
I
You're the
don't
product
know.
of this marriage. Oh my God, a statue of a lion eating its baby.
But that's how they hold
It's a delicious, but it's a delicious
That's
baby.
how they hold the baby.
That's how they eat the baby.
That's
No.
how we're gonna hold you. Come here.
That's
No.
it. Yeah, hang on.
They either hold
Hang
the
on.
baby by
Get
the
it.
back.
Get her.
They either hold the baby by the head
No,
or
they
by the
eat
neck.
their babies. Mike from Riding the Ozarks. I found you a more appropriate name. I mean, you have to admit that's a lot tougher than just riding in the Ozarks. You know, so I dubbed the Ozark Hellbender from now on. Even kind of looks like you a little bit, pal. You know. We're at St. Louis Zoo today, and I think I found a great fun activity, and that is to find animals that have names or appearances similar to some of my favorite bikers. So let's start with El Buffalo. I think I found a new name for El Buffalo. I dubbed the Mexican bearded lizard. It even looks a little bit like him. So let's move on to our next little friend. We got to do this because it's my family primate house. Let's do it, monkeys.
Monkeys.
Oh, that smell is wonderful. Mmm. It's funny how things have progressed and gotten nicer to the animals over the years. When I was a kid, things were different. So you had there were cages on the outside, other like nice glass enclosures, and in the middle is really pretty, you know, sort of foliage. But when I was a kid, there were cages, and the gorillas were in the cages here in the middle. So they've gotten kinder to the animals over the years, fortunately. But yeah, it's a great zoo if you've ever been or have the ability. It's a holdover from the 1904 World's Fair. So a lot of these buildings are 119 years old. It's a cool zoo. And nowadays, it seems they have a much nicer habitat. So they have fans now. That's great. Rudolph and Mary Frances Wise. So somebody had a bunch of money. That's all right. What are these?
Zebras.
Zebras?
Zebras. They're marvelous.
Majestic equine creatures. Is that what you just said?
Yes. That's their scientific name. You know, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're black with white stripes. You know, the bellies are white. Go ask the zebra.
No.
Is that really an important argument to have right now? Are they white with black stripes or black with white stripes?
They're white with black stripes.
Okay, well, your mother disagrees. Welcome to my life. This is every day. Just my girls arguing over things that don't matter. That's
These things matter,
Here.
sir.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Just because it's not a
Ma'am,
monkey.
please.
It's not a
Oh my
monkey
God,
doesn't
my
mean
back.
it don't
There he
matter.
lays, plotting on his next campaign to spread cancer throughout America. Still never got my t-shirt from all the points I got when I was a teenager smoking Camels.
I'm gonna
Bastard.
comment the camel sticking its face in the wall.
It is?
Yes.
Well, it's not very smart, is it?
No, I mean it's sticking its head in a car.
Well, you know.
You know what is funny about it?
And
What's
now
that?
His name's Lucky Strike.
The camel's name is Lucky Strike?
Lucky Strike.
Okay. The other one's name's Marlboro. It's fine. She doesn't watch the videos. What now?
Hi, Kaki.
And people don't know what that means.
They don't have to.
It's Mrs. Monkey's sister's nickname. And because...
Donkey.
Donkey. They were yelling a minute ago. Stop all that yelling.
The red pandas are in the wild.
You know what this reminds me of? The wildlife loop. You know, ones you can feed? Take carrots to the donkeys in a wildlife loop? Come here, dude. Oh, he's got striped. Oh, don't trip now. Come on. That was a false alarm. Just turned around. I think he doesn't like those people that walked up. I swear, I think I'm losing my mind. We walked over and I looked at the ostrich and I go, hey, look at that thing. I couldn't remember the name. And then little one corrected me.
Ostrich.
Ostrich, thank you. And then you said, what's the tall thing again?
I forgot what a giraffe
We're losing our minds as a family.
Yeah.
Got something to say?
It's a family
Pearls of wisdom?
This is a perfect example as the grass is always greener on the other side.
Oh, it is, isn't it? I have no idea what that is, but it looks delicious. Little chimichurri sauce, medium rare. Mm-hmm. You delicious bastards. This is my favorite dish. That's a mean son of a bitch.
How big his mouth?
Oh my God, yeah.
Adorable. Okay, that's one way to
You'll think he's lovely and fluffy while he chews down on you.
And the way he's laying.
Look at the size of his.
Like,
Look at his feet.
that's Harley's leg.
size of a DWB.
That's Harley's.
Hey, what are you doing up there, man? How you doing? Good to meet you. It's so freaking cold in here. I love that those guys are just like right there. Like they're right. Like right behind. What do you think?
I'm cold.
I like how this guy's walking around with his wings out like, hey, fight me, bro. So you got a problem? Big, man. Yeah, you got a problem? Come on, man.
He's like waiting to go
Fight
back
me, bro.
out. Please let me back in.
Puffins? Oh. I once knew a girl named Tufted Puffin. She was popular. Somebody lost their boat at Puffin Bay. Oh, look. Snowmobile for Droop. That looks... It's quite a deal. You can use that as a parts one and find another one. Put it together there, bud. It's a joke. You know I love you. It's all right. Saw a Dollar General the other day. Why'd you step on me?
Sorry.
You're spoilt.
I love you.
Love you too. Now, burrs. Burrs.
We saw lions.
And tigers.
Yeah,
No,
now
we do
bears.
tigers. And now bears. They are, man. Like this life. What do they say? Living their best life. What's happening right now?
You can see
How you doing, dude?
the other one's chilling.
He really is. Like this one's
He's like
just
laying
like
on his paw.
that's like some spa-like existence right there.
They're all
Although I'm sure they'd much rather be eating us right now. You know, he does. He's like looking at everybody. You know, and I swear to God, that one's like, man, laying here, I can't eat none of these people. So maybe this is torture. Here at the St. Louis Science Center. It's interesting because there's been a T-Rex animatronic here since I was little, but evidently he's had a bad day. Somebody just lobbed his head off. Like that's terrifying. Like he may have taken out the Stegosaurus, but somebody took him out. Well, I found something. There's his head. It's just like there's he, and we just turn our heads, and there's his. Like that is wild to be that close to like. He's animatronic, so he actually, this guy, I think's about 30 years old, because I can remember coming when I was like in college, I guess, when this guy debuted. So he's animatronic and roars and all that stuff, but there's half of him, and then another half, and there's that one, the Wild Olivia. That's cool, Little ones. Little one's gonna want a t-shirt. Let's find her and get her a shirt from Daddy's home. Oh, that's cool. Huh? Isn't that cool, Mark? It's the only dealer I know that you can just walk through down a hallway and out a door, and you're suddenly in Metric Motorcycle Land. So, I actually like that. I like that you can go look at Harleys and then walk over and see the latest sort of competing metric bikes and stuff, but let's walk around. Downside is they also have Indians. Catch malaria and every damn thing doing things. Probably have an infection now. Gonna need some shots. I couldn't think of the word. And for the river rats, penicillin was the word I was trying to think of, by the way. For the river rats, they got sea-doos and stuff too. Like boats and what are these? Vanderhalls. They got these things. Like this is the most like complete. And Dave and Buster's to end every night because it's family vacation.
I love those.
Time to finish off our St. Louis adventure in a totally pro monkey fashion. We were at Donaldson Cycles, which is a dealer I've talked about before. Been here forever. Like this is an old dealer. They used to. The joke was if they didn't get enough money for a bike, they just wouldn't sell it. So it would sit here for years, brand new. I don't know if they still do that kind of stuff, but that was what they're kind of known for. So this is Japanese, all that stuff, but really kind of a storied dealer. They used to sell BSAs, old Honda signs. I'll show you this in a second. Really a neat place, but we're on the Euro side of the store, which is fun because I am actually a fan of Triumphs and all that kind of stuff. So let's look. That's cool. 23 Scrambler 1200. And I like that they just prices are right out here, right? So key tag 15, 845, you know. That's a nice bike for 16 grand, you know. And then what we got here? Some Triumph 765s, little hooligan bikes. Everyone's got side-by-sides these days. Sorry, I'm sold. Triumph Tiger 850s. I don't know anything about these. I mean, you know, it's the old motor they've made forever, but 12290 for something like that. Pretty cool. And then, ooh, these are slick. I don't like rear sets. Pegs, I'd rather have mid mounts because I'm, you know, fat. Really close to the Lucifer Orange that I've been obsessed with forever from Triumph. They used to put on the Speed Trouble forever ago. I talked about in the video. You get free bags with that one, and it's $9,600. That's pretty cool. I like that, but again, leg position would kill my old man hips. But you just put a Post-it on there, you know. That's how we show specials here. Let's go back to the what I would call the Bonnevilles. I don't know what they call them today. 2023 Speed Triple RS 1250 off. I like the gold fork tubes. 13.5. So 11 and change for that? No? Yeah? No? No? 12? I don't know. I can't think right now. Got a 4-day hangover. It's a cool bike. But these, I love. The old Bonnie bikes. I really like these. I'd look ridiculous on one, let's be honest, but which one would you get?
You're asking me or her?
You asking both of you?
I
don't know.
get.
You like the Thruxton, don't you? Not the.
I liked it, but yeah, as far as riding position.
There's not a Thruxton. Well, that's a Speed Twin. That's a Speed Twin. Yeah, okay. She said she liked that one. Mine paint-wise is the chrome and red, but I don't like the wheels as much. Why? There's like a smaller wheel? Because I like that sort of, you know, that sort of setup, but the red and white with the black wheels is kind of cool too. T100. And these guys are $500 off, and they are $11,500. So, you know, Harley, man, you need something like this. Something that's like 11 and 12 grand, classic looking, that the hipsters will buy. These are good bikes these days, so it's not like it's a reliability thing anymore. Like a Bonnie's gonna last you forever. One of my buddies, who's actually always been a crotch rocket guy, had a Bonneville for a while, and he said it was his favorite motorcycle he's ever owned because he felt like you were riding on the ragged edge all the time when you weren't. Evidently, they are still doing the whole, if we can't get what we want for it, we won't sell it thing, because this is a 2020 Rocket, 18 grand. Brand new, 3 years old. But you know what, though? 18 grand, it's not bad. I'd pay 18 for that. If I had room in the garage. Look, it's just such a cool bike, man. I don't know what the CC's on it. It used to be 2,300. I don't know what it is. It was in 2020. Rocket 3R. Like the little stainless bits. Single-sided swing arm, black wheels. Like that's... And I'm told they're good highway bikes. Like you put bags in a sucker and do some distance, and it's a nice motorcycle to ride. And a black one, too. And now in the museum, a BSA Gold Star. I mean, like, this is, if you're in St. Louis, stop by the Donaldson Museum just to see all of this. Old BSAs, and it's a Harley. That's a Harley Davidson. Factory team Harley Davidson has belonged to their factory rider national number 1 Mark Brailsford before turning number 1 Mark rode to the national number 87. So that is a Sportster. Yeah, that is an Ironhead Sportster. Dirt bike, XR. What? I guess it's an XR, right? XR 750 or something. Somebody comment. What would that bike have been? I'm guessing it's an XR 750 or would have born that way. Another Harley Davidson. Norton. Another Harley Davidson. Racing leathers. A Sprint. That's cool. Yamaha racing frames and a Mini Monkey. This is pretty cool. This is autographed Nicky Hayden. So it was one of Nicky Hayden's bike he actually raced. I don't know the whole Donaldson family story, but I know they were heavy into racing themselves and, you know, sponsored teams and all kinds of stuff for years. So Donaldson Cycles has at least been here since the 60s, I think. So, cool old Triumph, look at that. Bonneville F140D Special, T140W. BSA Spitfire Scrambler. BSA Shooting Star. That's pretty wild. Look at that bodywork. 73 Triumph X75 Hurricane. Someone's gonna ask, no, these bikes are not for sale. You can't buy one. They're I like this BSA Hornet, that's cool. 77 Triumph Silver Jubilee. I'd be willing to bet somebody's gonna comment that is valuable. One of 1,000. Sunbeam Deluxe. Also a car company, Sunbeam one. 87 Norton Classic. That's cool. Ducati 888, 1991 888. It'd be so easy to like back into one of those old classic Goozies and kung 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 kung. They're crammed in here a bit. SS 125. Pretty old Triumph. So yeah, you ever get to St. Louis, you gotta come check this out. Is that an 8? No. 37 Douglas 600. And another old Harley Davidson. That is a 1948 125. What do they call it? Is that a Hummer? Somebody, I don't know. Look at the sheet metal on this guy. 1941 DKW, which has an Audi emblem on it. Probably something out of Auto Union was the name of that company. So it's some sort of Audi grandfather. Just an amazing place. That was fun. So that's the end of the St. Louis trip. Thanks for watching. I hope it was somewhat interesting. So again, this is my hometown. I left 15 years ago for the missus because she made me leave my friends and family and everyone I know and love. So there's a face. Anyway, so love you all to death. Take care of each other out there. We'll talk real soon. Bye.